Greetings and salutations, this is HUGH JARSZ, the biggest YouTuber ever! And on this live stream, we'll be asking the big questions, such as, what is 35 times 1,000? Planarwalk, what's the answer?
Give me a few seconds. That would be 35,000. Have I got it correctly? Got it correct?
You have. That sort of cuts the stream a bit short. What do we do for the rest of it? Well, let's say hello to people in the chat, and particularly our members. I can see one member there, Judy Bassett. Hello, Judy. I hope you're enjoying your night from Arctic Reflections. Clive Wells, why aren't you a member? It'd be nice to be able to give you a member shout out. And Tusk, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. You'll have to teach me to fly fish one day, next time I'm over in Scotland. Paul's heart attack support. I hope you're all right, Paul. That doesn't sound very encouraging. Charlie Walsh, oh, no, I haven't done Charlie Welch. Hello, Charlie. It's always good to see you. I was confusing you with Clive Wells, who for some reason is upside down. Peter Collins. Hello, Peter. Snorefoot. There's a new one. Have you recently changed your name from something else? I don't think I've seen Snorefoot before. So welcome to the show. In fact, that's one of the reasons we're doing the show, but you'll see that later. And Armageddon's Fire. Hello. That's one way of cleaning things up, setting it on fire. Planarwalk, thank you very much for joining me. It's great to see you.
No problem. How you been?
Well, fat, of course. Apart from that, just very, very busy with work. It's so I thought I'd better get one of these in. And I'm also organising a massive event as well. This is real life I'm talking about. And I'm not going to be able to do much between now and Easter. So straight after Easter, I hope to do a few things. But so I thought I'd do a live stream now and just sort of give people a taste of HUGH before I disappear for a while.
When is Easter happening, by the way?
April the 9th is Easter Day, I think. Yes, April the 9th.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Anyway, I wanted to...
Because I was just going to say I need to get a giant egg.
And what, put Riley in it?
Well, it is. There is going to be a whole lot of this. This is an egg. There's going to be those sorts of jokes in the video, so it's going to be a fun video that I'm going to be making.
An Easter video, that'd be great. I just want to say,
not exactly Easter, but
well, yes, egg-based anyway. Hello, Dr. Nimrod. Yeah. Hello, Facty. And Paul's heart attack support says that he's had 3 heart attacks and wants to start a channel for heart attack survivors. So good on you. That sounds like a really good idea. You can give tips on how to survive heart attacks because it's a risk we all run. It's just the way our bodies work, unfortunately, especially if you're as big as mine. So I wanted to particularly get you on because you did a video. Oh, Valkyrie Vision. Hello, and thank you for the 99 cents super chat with a, what's that, an apricot? I like it. Oh, I guess it looks a bit like a HUGH JARSZ, I guess. Thank you for that. Yeah, I want to get you on, firstly, to congratulate you on, well, it's nearly 40,000 subscribers now, isn't it?
It is 40,000.
Oh, is it? I must have missed the tick over. Oh, well, congratulations. I'm really pleased about that. It seems like only yesterday I did the 20,000 one. 20,000 congratulations. I'll have to do a 40,000 one now. You got double in, what's that, 6 months?
I'm not sure. I think it was a bit slower than 6 months. It was less than a year anyway.
That's incredible. And, of course, you got one man to thank for that, Nigel Cheese.
Yes, if it weren't for Nigel Cheesy Hands. Yep, I was about to say, oops.
Yes. Well, it's only oops if he was trying to stop you doing that, but it was the other way around. He's your gate man, isn't he, compared to Simon Dan?
Yes, pretty much he is. I wonder if there'll be another gate person because there's been like other people that have seemed like they might be able to contest Nigel Cheese, but there hasn't been anyone that has yet taken the cheese, I guess.
Well, what I find with Flurfs, I mean, I think part of the problem is with every Gateman and Nigel, it's a quantum leap to the next one, which means they have to get even more stupid, which is even hard to believe, because Nigel is much more stupider than the Gateman. But the Gateman at the time was like, we've never seen stupidity like this before. And then Nigel comes along. Can you imagine anyone who would get it? Because there's so much derp out there. Can you imagine anyone stupid enough to get your attention after Nigel?
There are a few ideas that I've got. Some people have contacted me and said, hey, have you seen this? And it's like, no, I haven't seen that. That is a video idea for very soon.
It's the thing about Flirts and other nutters is that they tend, when you think they can't get any stupider, they tend to break through the stupidity barrier like it wasn't there. It's just incredible. Humanity's creativity is
there
amazing,
a barrier though?
Well, it's beyond your credibility, I guess. That no one who's human could possibly be that stupid.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
and that's one of those things where
we've got a little delay, I think. Yeah, we're sort of talking over the top. Can I just say, welcome to Stringer News 1, another one of my members. Good to see you here. It's always, when you see people like this, you think, how are we the same species?
Yeah, it might be that we're not the same species, though, and that just solves everything. It's like a nice little thing that you can do to make the theories of the universe just compatible with one another.
Mm-hmm. So thank you to all the new subscribers who've come over recently because of Planarwalk. He did a video, was it last week? Not this week that's just gone, but the week before, I think. I actually sent you an email saying, this doesn't look real, does it? And it was an email about an offer for a sponsorship. And I've had another one from HelloFresh, and they're even annoying me about it. And you'd think I'm a unfeasibly obese, corgi-obsessed moron, and for some reason, they want to sponsor me with a food company and a fresh food company, as in a healthy food company. I don't see the match, personally. And that's not an endorsement of HelloFresh, by the way. I'm complaining about them. But anyway, your video was looking at potential scams there, and the one that I sent you was obviously a scam. And then you gave me a shout out, which was great. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, I was thinking, how do I give Hugh a shout out to get him past 2,000 subscribers? And that was the perfect opportunity, I think.
Well, I'm getting close, thanks to you. I'm up to, I think it was 1917 this morning. So we're getting close to the current year in that regard. And a lot of that came from your video, and then I got a few from my latest video, which we'll play a bit later, which is great. It's always good when your subs go up after a video. It says, okay, you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what other YouTube scams are you aware of? I think this is an important subject to have a chat about.
So in the video, I decided to allude to one, which was the established titles scam from a while back. I decided not to actually mention it, but have a kind of hint kind of thing, which was where I said that some scams have been a bit more established than others, or more established as scams.
Well, the established titles has been around for a while.
Yeah. I think most of them try to target the person's audience. I've received a few that have ended up in my spam folder from some bit thing, something to do with crypto. I can't remember the name. All I know is that it had bit in it, because whenever you're a cryptocurrency, or I don't know if they were even a cryptocurrency, but when you're doing that stuff, you put bit in it to make yourself sound legit or something. What else is there? I think there's a few. Oh yeah, there's a few more where they say. Actually, there's one that I've gotten recently where they try to say, "Oh, your video has received a copyright complaint," and they try to get you to click on a link to open the copyright complaint in Google Drive or something. I don't click on those links because I have a bad feeling about clicking on those links.
It's almost impossible to click on any link in any email these days, isn't it? Because you just don't know what's on the other end of it. Often companies seem to send you a link if you want to click on it, plus the URL, so you can just cut and paste if you want to. But I'm not sure that's even any better.
I generally try to keep as wary as I can about links. If I know who's sending it and what they're trying to send, then it's fine. I'll click on the link because you know I trust that this person that I know who called HUGH JARSZ isn't trying to steal my channel. I don't think you've ever sent me a link though.
Who put that idea in your head?
I don't know. It was NASA. They tell me some crazy stuff at sometimes. But if it's someone who like bob lots of numbers, then it's like, okay, this seems really sketchy.
Yeah, I always look at the email address, because if it says it's from PayPal or something like that, and you hover over the email address and it's something that doesn't look like PayPal, then it's probably not PayPal. And I think PayPal says they'll, in all banking institutions, say that they won't ever send you a link to click on. They'll just tell you to go to the website and do this.
Yeah. I actually remember something from a while back which had a link attached that I clicked on, and the link was a safe link, although I think Gmail thought it was a scam because the email address had been changed from they had basically spoofed the email address, and that was from, I think it's from oeside.gov or something. It was from Mark Leventhal, anyway.
Right.
Do you
looking for it? Okay.
Yeah. Let me. Might as well bring this over here. My computer doesn't like to go fast because of all the tabs I have open.
Ah, you must be thirsty. High IQ research course, yes, but I was thinking I was going the other way with the MC2 analogy. Who appears in my latest video, actually.
Okay.
Right at the end.
I don't think I've seen that yet. I'll have to take a look.
Well, I'm going to play it soon. I thought we'd have a bit of a chat.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, here we go. Mark.leventhal at oesi.gov via securance.com.
The Office of Speed Intelligence, yeah.
Yeah, so if I still have it saved because it's a legendary moment. I'll see if I can present it.
Yep. I have to accept it on this end. That's the way StreamYards work, but I'm sure I can do that.
Yeah. Oh, geez. So many things. Which one is it?
And you're not even running a live stream. Do you just leave your computer on, or?
I collect tabs for high IQ research. Oh, hey, this one. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, so this is the email. And do Does anyone remember what this was for? Or have people just completely forgotten?
It's been a couple of years, hasn't it? Yeah, 2019.
Yeah, it was 29. Start of 2019 that this came out, and I basically leaked it on my computer because I thought it would be a fun thing. Well, MC Toon came up with the idea. I can't be stealing the credit for this, but he came up with the idea, told me about it. I went along with it because I thought it would be a fun thing, and boy howdy was it fun. The Flurfs fell for it.
And the thing is, no matter how many times this happens, they still don't think they're gullible. And they still think they're critical thinkers. That's the amazing thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I find that all conspiracy theorists are more gullible than they think. Whether it be flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, QAnoners,
5G nutters.
5G nutters. They all think that they're critical thinkers. But in reality, they'll just believe anything that confirms their biases.
Yes.
It's all confirmation bias, regardless of how much...
I was just going to say, even if you prove it to them, they're just reacting out of biasness and there's objective evidence that they're wrong. So,
yeah. And you can go down to page 2 and it's just a thing. And it says this is all a hoax to trap the gullible. Nobody gets paid by any governments to post videos because the Earth is not flat. There's no need for anybody to pay anyone to claim the Earth is spherical when it's already known to be spherical. If you believe this hoax, you should reconsider how you analyze information.
And it's a classic example of Toon's law of Flurf #1, that all citations go against the Flurf using it as a citation because they never ever read it. And even if they read it, they don't understand it. But they think they do.
Yeah, they think they do, but they don't. It's like what Witsit does. He'll post things to do with Einstein, that apparently Einstein said this when he didn't.
Yeah, in fact, in that case, it was Hawking sort of summarizing or something, Einstein. But yeah, he'll
misunderstand what Einstein said.
Yes. Well, what a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't understand what Einstein said, but of course Witsit understands it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Flurfs... Well, you got to lie to Flurf, right?
Yep. In fact, that's how we know that they're Flurfs, because they lie.
But yeah, I thought this was a very fun thing. Actually, I can actually show you the real email, seeing as I don't have to worry about not Skillshare. Worry about my video I don't have to worry about this video being approved by Skillshare. Surfshark. Jeez. You take 2 sponsors and all of a sudden all the sponsors get confused in your brain.
For Mr. YouTube, they're not my sponsors. Planarwalk's talking about his.
Yes. What was it?
Or Ms. YouTube.
Because talking about that thing, there's... All right, if I present my screen again. Share screen and...
Oh, String of News 1. There's Era and Artie. Always love to see them. They're actually locked up in their doghouse at the moment because they were barking at the neighbours at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I thought they could sit there until I feed them after this stream.
So this was the... if you present it.
Oh, sorry. Where's my cursor? There it is.
So this was the email that I decided to alter a bit in the video. Firstly, to make it funny, I thought it would be funny if it said, with over 10 servers in 5 locations across 2 countries. I thought that would be funny. But yeah, ExpressVPN.
Yeah, so proud of such a small operation. Yeah.
Yeah. ExpressVPN is a website or is a thing that supposedly reached out to me. And this one was a little bit, it was something that was a bit more, okay, this seems a little bit more legit because they took vpnexpress.website. And because of that, yeah, because of that, it seems more legit. But you actually look it up and there was only one website one link in all of Google. You'd think that if it was an actual web address, there'd be more than one link that didn't look sketchy. And so yeah, I basically thought, yeah, this is a scam, and decided to show it off in my video.
Yes. Yeah, so it's an important subject. We've got to watch out for what's coming in. It's sometimes it's hard to pick. So, but other times it's just amazingly obvious. It's just they spelling and grammar mistakes, and it sounds like this is not a professional letter of any or communication of any kind. And you think, if you're trying to fool people, you think you'd put in that little bit of extra effort, but they don't seem to do that.
Apparently, there is a reason why they don't put in too much effort, at least for some scams, right? So some scams they'll put in some scams they'll put in more effort because they're trying to get people that are more intelligent. But some scams they'll put in no effort, have obvious spelling mistakes, have like if you are a Nigerian prince scam, you're not going to make it super obvious that you're if you're a Nigerian prince scam, you're going to make it super obvious that you're a scam. And the reason being is because if someone Googles that to see if you're actually a scam, they're not the sort that are going to fall for it. It's the sort that are really gullible that are going to fall for it. There's a reason why the spelling is bad, because people that are turned off by bad spelling and all that, they are the sort that wouldn't fall your scam anyway. It's a way of weeding out people that aren't gullible.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what Wally's saying, basically, I think. He's made a comment along those lines. I've just noticed Monkey in the Works, one of my members, has joined us as well. Hello to you. All right, then. This is an important topic, but I think it's starting to get a bit dry. I think we've made our point. What I might do is we might.
What about that Hello Fresh? We can keep it fresh if you show that.
Well, technically, I don't know. I do think of. I think I'd send HelloFresh broke, to be honest, because the amount of food I eat. I mean, you've got to eat a lot to be this size. Anyway, I think it's time we get a little bit of cuteness in the stream. What do you reckon?
Absolutely. Why not?
All right. Oh, dear. What is going on? StreamYard has they've added steps to this. They had too many steps in the first place. Now they've added steps to it in the latest version. Anyway, I think I can go now.
Yay, complexity.
So if Wolfie6020 is your father and you're Wolfie3010, what does that make his daughter Emma? She Wolfie15.5?
Well, it depends how much younger she is than me.
Well, she's 5. And those of you who... Oh, Colin's here. Hello, Colin. Those of you who have been watching my channel a bit lately, you would have noticed that I had a chat with Flatsoid about a month ago, and he was... well, we'll go into that. We'll do a bit of dirt mining on Flatsoid's channel in a minute. But I want to show you how clever Wolfie's daughter Emma is, compared to Flatsoid at least.
Emma, so tonight we learned how many meters there are in a kilometre. How many meters in 1 kilometre?
1,000.
Correct.
Let me just ask you a quick question. How many meters in 35 kilometers?
3,500.
There
You're wrong. You're wrong.
What about if we have 10 kilometres?
10,000.
Correct.
3,500. It's 1,000 meters in a kilometer, isn't it?
Yes. So you multiply 1,000 by 35.
So 3,500.
Wrong.
That is
What about if we have 50 kilometres?
50,000.
Correct.
35 kilometers. You said 35 kilometers.
Yes.
3,500.
Wrong.
Prove
What about if we have 35 kilometres?
35,000.
Correct.
Really?
Listen to what you're saying.
35
It's 1,000.
35 times 1,000. 35,000. Oh. Maths isn't a strong point, by the way. I do concede there.
I believe you.
All right. Oh, good. I can get out of it quickly. That's great. Stream out. It annoys me sometimes. Yes, Emma is amazing for 5-year-old.
I was tired when when you asked me that question, and even I got it.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't knock Flatsoid for not being good at maths. I mean, not everyone's good at everything. I'm not good at everything, that's for sure. But that's kind of when you use maths to say that you know something that all of science throughout history have missed. You've got to get the basics right, and if you can't even get 35 times 1,000, I mean, it's in the words that is of the question. You got to doubt the conclusions that you come to, surely.
Yeah, it's I don't get it, honestly. It's one of those things where, like, maybe they're not using maths. Like, isn't one of the things that they don't use maths?
Well, they don't believe in it, it seems. Riley said things like that.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe next time you ask them, they'll say, well, that's 56,327.
Yeah, that's probably a little bit more difficult. Clive Wells says, never underestimate the stupidity of the flurf. Yeah. Well, he's a mathematician, so he should know what 35 times 1,000 is.
Oh, he actually says that he's a mathematician.
Clive Wells? Yeah, he's a... I don't think he's a professor, but he's a PhD. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Flatsoid.
Oh, Flatsoid. Well, yeah, he uses maths to, to say he's disproved the globe. Like you've seen his famous.
Uses maths.
Yes. Well, he attempts to, I guess. Have you seen his famous diagram? It's meant to be angles of Polaris and things like that, and it's wrong. And he's been told it's been wrong many, many times over many months, but he just refuses to accept it because that would mean he was wrong.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember seeing it in a video that he did.
Let's have a quick chat about top left, actually, because Flatsoid seems to be everywhere. And as a result, I think that means he's a shoe-in for top left, even though I think it should be Bev.
I think it should be Kent Hovind. I mean, they're all good contenders, but like Kent Hovind said some monumentally stupid stuff recently. Like the whole thing about what keeps an atom together. And he says, oh, it's obviously Jesus. And it's like, do you not know what gluons are, like the thing that you literally read?
Yes. What's the formula for Jesus? How do we predict the force that Jesus exerts?
It's the Jesus force.
Yes, it's magic. Because I know people, real Christians, you might say, because it's a bit hard to see Kent Hovind as anything but a grifter. But what you might call real Christians don't like people like him because they, obviously bring them into disrepute. It's one thing to believe in something, and that's fine, but it's another to use it just to make money, really. And then you make up stuff as you go along, which only makes it worse.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are like that, where they see people like Kent Hovind, like Matt Powell, and they completely disagree with the message, especially with people like Matt Powell, who basically uses hate to try and spread his message. There's a lot of Christians who will take something like let's take something like homosexuality. There are a lot of Christians that say homosexuality is fine. They won't even try to argue. They won't even try to argue that love the sin. Not love the sin. Hate the sin, but loves the sinner. They'll just go, yeah, it's fine, because of, firstly, several of those verses that are supposedly against homosexuality, they have been misinterpreted. Right? The one in Leviticus is actually not against homosexuality. It's against what's a word to not get us demonetized? I'm sure people will be able to.
Having fun with animals? Is that what you're getting at, or
What?
Obviously not. Having fun with animals is the way I put it.
No.
Or with
more of
children,
having fun with children. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the verse is against, which is actually a good thing.
Well, it's a good thing that they're against it. Yes.
Yeah. However, a lot of Christians see it as being against homosexuality, which is a complete misinterpretation of the
and a different thing.
There are also. They also try to take the Sodom and Gomorrah thing to be against homosexuality, and no, it's not against that at all. Like, it's against some other things, like against hedonism, right? And so you get Christians that will go, no, the Bible doesn't say anything against homosexuality. There are a few ways that you can make it say something against homosexuality, but it doesn't actually say anything against homosexuality itself. It doesn't say that it's bad.
My recollection is Paul was pretty clear, but that's the thing. Most of us rely on an English translation, which is not valid because you've got to both read it and understand it in the original language. The New Testament was written in Greek, and the Old Testament was written in a combination of ancient Hebrew and Aramaic in places. And you need to understand the culture of the time. Otherwise, the context doesn't make any sense. If we spoke to Henry VIII, we'd have the same words, but he wouldn't have the same context we do. He wouldn't know what a boomerang was, for example. If we use that, that's boomeranged on him, he would have no idea what we're talking about. So you need to do more study than just read the English translation. And of course, there's a few English translations.
And there's a lot of people that don't even read the English translation.
Yes, but a lot of flirts, for some reason, think you've got to read the King James one, which is interesting, saying King James was clearly bisexual, which you think would be a bit against Christian principles. Of course, he didn't write it personally, but he was the one. Sorry?
Or at least against the flavor of Christian principles.
Yeah. So, so why they insist that that's the one when we've had 400 years of scholarship since then to get better translations and understanding of the context. But anyway, this is an interesting conversation, but I'm not sure it's going where we want to. So I was thinking for the rest of the video.
I'm great for tangents.
I was thinking for the rest of the video, we might do a bit of what I call Derp mining, because I had a look at Flatzoid's community page, and I saw a gold mine, put it that way. And there's one bit referring to my chat with him, which I think I'd like to have a look at. But let's have a look in general. I'll just show the screen. So many damn things to click on in StreamYards. There we go. How on earth he's got 2.81 thousand subscribers? I have no idea, because he's not that interesting, put it that way. So I guess some of those are people laughing at him. Some of them are ones he's bought, because they all Flurf channels seem to buy something, at least some subscribers. And the others are genuine idiots. I mean, like that. Well, we will see him later on. I'll mention him later. But there's one guy who, at the start of my stream with Flatsoid, said, "You've banned me." I'm saying, "How are you telling me that you've banned me if you've been banned? I don't understand what you're talking about. I had never even seen him before, ever." So it was really weird.
Is Flatsoid from New Zealand?
No, he's South African.
Okay.
What made you say that?
Because he's talking about shearing sheep there.
Oh, yes. Shearing is caring, yes. Even though it's got sharing spelled correctly in the title, he's still got it wrong. But I guess he just couldn't be bothered changing it. That's fine. You know, people make typos.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get into something. I'm not sure that's relevant. I'm not going to do something that's an hour long. I thought this was an interesting photo. I presume he's putting this to say, look, it's flat. Well, I took that picture and I put it in MS Paint. And then I thought, let's do a horizontal compression. Oh, hang on. I've got to take the aspect ratio off. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. But I reckon it seems darker here, and then it's like a curve here.
I can't see a screen.
Oh, no, I am sharing.
Oh, I can see your screen, but like I can't see the image paint thing.
Sorry, I've realised I haven't shared the screen. I've shared the window. I'll see if I can.
Easy mistake to make.
Yeah. That's what I said. StreamYard is a bit difficult. Let's try that. Yep. So hang on. All right, so he's got this. I presume he's trying to say this is a flat horizon. So if I resize that aspect ratio off the 10%, that seems dark. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. It seems dark there and dark there than it is over here, which sort of implies a curve, although this looks pretty flat, as if. So why would this be like that if that's straight? That's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks a little bit like there might be some kind of trickery going on there with how some people will try to correct for fisheye, potentially.
Well, actually, what my mouse just stopped. What I'm seeing is because that sort of dome effect, as you can see there, because it's darker here, lighter here, then dark again, which implies there was because it's been compressed, it was a curve, and then this has been added in from the looks of it, because otherwise, why wouldn't you adjust that as well and placed over the top so that you couldn't see the curve? Interesting, isn't it?
I would say that when you get to something like that, there is no clearly defined horizon there. I'd much prefer to use things where the horizon is a little bit easier to tell where it is. And there are videos and stuff where it's a little bit easier to see where the horizon is.
And of course, Mr. Sensible's Mage 2 video makes that very clear where the horizon is. So, and that there's a curve there and a match prediction. So, you know, it's pretty much conclusive evidence. Whereas this could well be a doctored picture. Although I must say, this is probably one of the better efforts. Like I said, you know, they didn't take into account the fact that the above the horizon there was a bit of a curve in the pixels there. But normally when they do a doctored image to make it look flat, well, first of all, they limit the field of view, and this is a very limited field of view. And second of all,
Yeah,
you can always usually tell because it's a bit concave, which is going a bit too far with your adjustments.
Yeah, that reminds me of the H Bomber Guy video where he talks about some photos being concave.
Clive saying I should check the EXIF data, but this could be anything, you know. It's what's on Flatzoid's community page. So, Clive, if you'd like to check that for me, that'd be great. But you know, there's no guarantee it's the original photo. You know, it could be a copy of it.
Does YouTube keep EXIF data when you post to your community tab?
I thought it's part of the metadata of the image.
Oh well, no. Some sites like Twitter, I believe, remove the EXIF data to try and help
copyright, isn't it?
Or no, to try and help user security, because quite often you take a photo, it has your GPS location attached to that photo. If someone downloads it, they know where you are. So some sites like Twitter say, well, we're just going to remove the EXIF data when you upload it so that nobody can track your location. They'll probably store your location somewhere for advertising purposes so that they can sell your data, but they at least don't make it public information.
Yeah, I would appreciate them doing that, to be honest, but yeah. But usually when you take a photo, you're not at the location where you took it. It's just someplace you've been, and people can go places. So let's just look through the Derp for a bit, and we'll get down to my video in a sec. So system of light, there's so much conspiracy nutter stuff on here. I'm not even going to bother with the scuba diver sinks the International Space Station. I'm pretty sure I know that that's not true. What am I oldie showing? The sun doesn't go below the earth. I haven't looked at this one. I think this is where he does the sliding inaccurately along the wall with the bucket in the way. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Well, let's see if we can. I don't really want to give him the view, but let's have a look. Make sure there's no sound. No, he's probably going to explain it. So let's go there. So he's saying sun rays are meant to be parallel, I guess. He usually has videos without any commentary, so he does his lives with speaking. But
maybe this is maybe it's because it's from a year ago. Maybe he was a bit more like Derp.
Yeah. I do like the production values, but that's sort of an easy way to cover up the fact that you're talking bullshit. So,
yeah, I mean, it's better than a lot of other flat earthers, to be honest. A lot of other flat earthers, they'll use
the portrait view, though. You think he'd know how to hold his phone so he doesn't get a portrait view, but
you'd think.
I mean, he's an artist by trade, so you'd expect his stuff to be arty, and that's a good skill. I don't have that skill.
Yeah, I mean,
look at my videos.
Yeah, when it comes to, I can respect people having their own thing. Like he said that he does spray painting or something.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, I can respect that. Some people will try to, you know, basically throw shade on flat earthers no matter what. But you know, I can respect flat earth. In fact, I'd rather that a flat earther have something else that they can do, especially seeing as it feels like it might make it a little bit easier to get out of the flat earth rabbit hole if you've got like a hobby or something that you can do outside of flat earth. I think that it's a bit of a problem when flat earthers devote all their time to flat earth.
Yeah, I think in general, as a human being, if you don't have several interests, then you know, you're a one-dimensional character, and so many fleurs are one-dimensional characters. It's quite disturbing in some ways because they're out there with us. So I think his point here is that he was saying the light was at the top of the clouds. But how many times have people seen clouds lit up from the bottom and not the top? I mean, this is so easy to debunk. Why would he even try? Yeah. I think I'm skirting too close to copyright territory here, so I'm just going to stop there, I think, with that one. Let's scroll down. That's his topic. Okay, so he did a review of the comments that everyone made on the live stream I had with him. And so I thought, all right, I'll do a review as well, and I'll get some people on. You were one of them, as you can see there. In fact, can I make this bigger? Yeah. So you were one of them. Wolfie, although Wolfie couldn't come because he was flying at the time. And Ruhif, Professor Bell, he was busy teaching. And while he couldn't connect, he tried to, but he couldn't do it. But look at his comment. Oh my, look at the panel. This should be a laugh to listen to. Well, no, we pointed out where you got everything wrong.
Yeah.
And I think C3PO whole comment was actually quite accurate. He thought the talk was cordial, and he admires how he's trying to understand how the world and universe work, which we should all be trying to do. He might not understand and be confused, but it's good he's asking questions. Look how Flatsoid replied to that, because that's quite a nice comment, isn't it? It's not saying you're an idiot or anything like that. It's just saying, look, it's good to ask questions. And Flatsoid says, you might have hearing problems. It was definitely Hugh having the understanding issues, as I pointed out live. The things I didn't understand were complete nonsense, and that's what the review went through. And I like C3P Hole's response too. It's completely fine as you think that's what you think happened. So keep up your work, though. You'll get there. Be sure to let me know what I did not understand, and note how I explained I stated and showed demonstrations. They were pathetic demonstrations. And the review video that I did goes through that. Ruhif tore him apart. But it's interesting, you know how I said that his subscriber base, a lot of them might be people just laughing at him? Most of these comments are against Flatsoid, not for him, which is interesting. So,
yeah, I think that there is always a thing where Flat Earthers, the majority of people that will be subscribed, maybe not the majority in some instances, but like a large number of people that are subscribed are people that are subscribed to laugh at them. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why Nathan Oakley's show is doing so badly these days. And, well, I haven't checked to see how badly his show is doing, but I think it's pretty badly from what I remember.
Let's have a quick look. 24,000 almost, 25,000 almost. I won't play that. 4 hours ago. So how many views did he get 4 hours ago?
Well, that's a members only one. So that's going to have less views.
Oh, okay.
But if you just go to the live tab, it's also a members only. So
440 views. 25,000 people, and only 440 of them bothered to watch.
Yeah, and occasionally some of them will get. Why is he playing Minecraft?
It's a way of giving visuals without having copyright strikes.
Yeah, but some of them have gotten 1,000 views, which is better than what I remember it doing. But like one of the things that I have been encouraging people to do is to not watch his stuff, because I think a lot of his views do come from globe earthers who just go there for a laugh. And sure, it can be funny, but it gets tiring after like the fourth time.
Yeah, I remember when you went on there, and I sort of came across it by accident, and I thought, "Oh, Planarwalk, what are you doing? Well, you're wasting your time," and it was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were just nonsense. But I also noticing here, look at the caliber of people they have on. I mean, this guy looks like a genius, doesn't he? And
Yeah, well,
this guy,
here's what he does. What he does is he tries to use people with clout to try and increase his engagement. He has always done that.
yes. Well, I mean, of course he has to. He has to try. He's just not succeeding. Just back on Flatzoid's page, I was just noticing Gary Wybenga actually commented too. And he said the clown peer review. Gary Wybenga calling other people clowns. It's hard to believe that. And I like that the Flatzoid said, ha ha, peer review, more like it. Well, I think there's two things there. It's the Neil deGrasse Tyson quote of the Earth being pear-shaped. Flirfs never understand that, do they? And the other thing, of course, I'm pear-shaped. So.
Yeah, well, so yeah, you'd definitely be peer review, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Well, I'm two people in one, it seems. Or even more. And look at
Wait,
this,
you're not just... Wait, did you just let the mask slip for a second? You said that you're two people, like two people under a trench coat or something.
No, I'm the size of two people.
Oh.
In fact, the size of much more than that, but yeah.
You keep it, you just say that it's two to keep it simple for Flurfs.
Yeah, they can't comprehend how big I am. Just like they can't comprehend how big the Earth is.
True.
It's almost as if Flurfs think the Earth is the size of a basketball at times. So, anyway, I'm surprised he went the UFO route. You know, aliens and things, and he's calling them demons. I know there's in the UFO community, there's like we have the religy Flurfs. There's religy UFO nutters, I guess, who think that aliens are demons. Why would they need a spaceship? Why would demons need a spaceship? I don't understand that concept.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when it comes to... I accept UFOs, I just don't believe that they're aliens. Because UFO stands for unidentified flying object. That first part should give it away. That it's not necessarily aliens, it's unidentified. But so many people are like, oh yes, they just have this association of UFO means alien. It's like, no, it just means that the object is a flying object and it's unidentified, meaning you don't know what it is.
Well, it's just the way language works, unfortunately. People talk about carbon when they actually mean carbon dioxide, which is far more oxygen than carbon. But language isn't necessarily precise, but in definition, but as long as everyone understands what you're talking about, you sort of get going. What else have we got? Are you ready for the future by WEF? What's WEF? I've never heard of WEF.
World Economic Forum.
Oh,
essentially,
normally it's capitalized.
Yeah, you'd assume that they'd capitalize it to make it a little bit more understandable. Basically, they're trying to push this whole, or they're trying to say that, they're trying to push the whole Great Reset thing, and they're trying to implement communism. And it's like, I don't think that the World Economic Forum leaders or people are trying to push communism.
It's kind of the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd think they'd be very capitalistic. Maybe they are trying to do a little bit of pushing policy that doesn't benefit rich people. But, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, there's lots of people trying to, take money from rich people and give it to others. And normally you call that a salary. But anyway.
Yeah.
I like this one. A new one this is a month ago. A new one from Mystery Schooler. Go watch and subscribe, guys. And the video isn't publicly available anymore, so YouTube must have taken it down, or he took it down. Or she.
If you open it in a new tab, what does it say?
That's all we get.
Oh, it's just an image.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I was hoping that you'd be able to Yeah, I was hoping that you'd be able to like open it in a new tab. I'm very, very disappointed.
Yeah, the video's not there to open up, I guess. So, I'm just looking at the comments here. Video has gone private, or it's been removed. Yeah, not publicly available, I guess it's private. So why would you make it private if you were proud of it? Anyway, oops. Oh, I hate it when you go back to the top again. Okay, brilliant video. Subscribe if you have not already. Space agencies, honest and trustworthy. Give me a break. Yes. I bet that'd be a good debunk video. I bet I can go through there and show that everything in there is he's just interpreting it to suit his biases.
Yeah, well, that's basically what flat earthers do, isn't it? Oh, I just had a look. Guess who's live?
Sarcastic Barman's live soon.
Guess who's live right now?
What,
well,
Oakley?
apart from you, of course.
Well, who knows if I'm alive? My heart could have stopped a long time ago, and the blood still hasn't got to my brain yet.
Flatzoid is live.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh well. I really don't care. So pilot confirms flat Earth. I love those videos because they always don't. If they're a pilot at all, they're usually ones that have only ever flown within like 100 kilometers of their home airport, so they can use landmarks. They've never navigated thousands of kilometers over oceans and come at the right place. And that's where you need to have the globe model. Otherwise, you're going to die, basically, because you'll crash into the ocean somewhere. So that might be another one. This is good. Flatzoid's doing the mining for us. We can find all the dirt we want to debunk, and it's just here in his community page. Now, I thought this one was really weird. Let me just play it. It's only 1:34. I'm not going to play all of it, but I'll just play some of it. And the sound, I'm not transmitting the sound anyway. I'm not sure why this guy is there with his eyes going around, his tongue going around. He seems to be sitting in a forum somewhere. He looks like he's in a suit. I'm just not sure what this is all about. And
I think they're trying to say that they're a lizard person or something.
I think that's the implication. And I actually watched this one earlier, and my recollection is it was talking about flat Earth. It was a song. It was a song written about believe in flat Earth, don't trust them, that kind of thing. But how is this? First of all, it's a weird video. As in, why would anyone ever do this? You kind of wonder because it's so low res that perhaps it's it's not it's all CGI because that way it covers up all the mistakes. But I just can't imagine anyone ever doing this.
Yeah, it's something where it does look very unnatural, right? Now, when flat earthers see something unnatural, they basically take it to mean whatever they want it to mean, right? Whereas when I see something unnatural, it's like, could this potentially be a deep fake or something? I wonder what. I was going to ask, what's the comments and description like on that?
Oh, okay. Yep, we'll go there.
Well, I mean on the actual video, because
I'll stop the video because I don't want to. Such a wonderful look. Maybe we should all do this. Well said, mate. Well said.
Did Captain Caveman say anything, or?
Yeah, I'll leave people to look that one up. I don't. That's the sort of thing that could well be struck for if you play it too much because they're a bit vindictive like that.
Oh, someone asked, who is he?
No idea, just a flatzoid acolyte, I guess.
Oh no, Zeno-sama in the comments asked, who is he?
Who is who? Flatzoid?
The person in the person in the video.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's never identified.
The person in the comments on the video asked, who is he, referring to the person in the video.
How do we get that wrong? All right.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, okay.
And he responded with something. I'm curious.
Never got a
Never
name.
got a name.
It's Morg from the Beta Star Orion. Yes.
Okay.
All right, well, let's look up that person. Even if he is some sort of reptilian alien, why would he do something so suspicious in public like this and be filmed where it could be filmed?
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. Oh, yes, it is. President of Serbia. Does look a bit like him. I wouldn't say exactly.
Yeah. I'd just be suspicious of where that where that video comes from, because it does seem like it could be very much doctored in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that it's so low res sort of screams that, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much like how the alien videos suddenly all stopped coming in once we got good cameras.
I've been not paying attention to the chat. Hello, everyone. Anything that we really need to point out?
Well, Ace Fox did say, cheers, Hugh, and ahoy hoy Planarwalk. Happy counter space to you all.
Happy counter space. That should be what you should say at Easter time.
Wait, I just saw something. Way of the Dookie says, anyone got footage of Oakley's acting days, I'd kill for that shit.
Yes. Way of the Dookie. I actually enjoy Way of the Dookie. Apparently, I must be a bit strange because not many other people seem to be watching him. But if you haven't seen Way of the Dookie, please go over and subscribe to him. And Planarwalk's channel is in the description of this video as well. If you haven't subscribed to Planarwalk, I find that hard to believe if you're here. But where is Way of the Dookie? It was further up, wasn't it? Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a wrench. Where has it gone? As standard moderator. So, Way of the Dookie, if you want to post a link to your channel, please do so. Sorry,
I actually do find it hard to believe that there are people that are subscribed to me who aren't subscribed to Simon Dan. But apparently that is a thing that is...
Well, that's a good thing. That means you have your own appeal.
Yeah. And I actually, from comments that I've gotten from people that have found me through Simon Dan or stuff, some people have said that they actually prefer my content over Simon Dan's, which I like. I like Simon Dan's stuff, but I also like that there are people that enjoy my stuff but don't enjoy Simon Dan's stuff, because it means that there is some appeal to me that Simon Dan doesn't have, and there'll be people that are subscribed to Simon Dan that are not subscribed to me, that know of me and don't think that I have appeal. So it's basically a kind of two-way thing. Like, there are some people that are... You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes, Clive Matt Wells says, who is Simon Dan?
No idea. Some YouTuber. very small. I should give him a shout-out one day.
Yes. He was supposed to be on the Wheel of Derp, but I'm not getting him to return my calls. Maybe, what have I done, I had actually booked him about a year ago to come on for a live stream, but then he got COVID, and so he couldn't do it. But he seems to be ignoring Discord now, and I've sent him a few Twitter messages, but I'm not getting much back. Anyway, he can do what he wants.
Yeah. It's much easier to get hold of them through Twitter, I find.
I'm hearing like a vacuum cleaner. Is that on my end or your end?
Pretty sure it's your end.
Okay. I don't know where that is.
Maybe the corgis have found the vacuum and I'm playing with it.
Yes, and speaking of which, I probably need to go and give them their breakfast. Yes, Simon Dan's channel has little coverage of Ken Wheeler and not nearly enough Nigel Cheesy Hands. There we go. That's the reason. So.
Fun fact, I was actually going for January, I was actually going to try and get some Ken Wheeler onto Simon Dan's channel. Unfortunately, that didn't end up happening. Because what he does is he overbooked, I think, for the Tinfoil Tuesdays. So he just got me for Flat Earth Friday. Which is a shame. Maybe next time I can put some Ken Wheeler on to Simon Dan's channel, because I think that Ken Wheeler does need to have more videos that are critical of him and his pseudoscientific beliefs. Yeah, I mean, we're all writing a like you got the script for next Tuesday done, right?
Oh yes, yeah. In fact, I've been planning on making a video for you to show. I've got a few ideas. The one we actually talked about was there's a group called Christians Against Dinosaurs, and that should be heaps of fun for all the family.
Surely that's satire, right?
Well, apparently it's real because it sort of denies Noah's Ark. The fact that dinosaurs exist. So. But anyway, we might get into that. But as I've said, we found a whole Derp mine of potential material on Flatzoid's community page. So we should look at that in the future.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that ISS one too.
I do know that there's a lot of when it comes to CC, he's always content.
Oh, yes.
I've found. Always, I've used like if I decide to make a video on CC tomorrow, it would do well. Yeah.
In fact, I just realised Arctic Reflections and I were going to do a CC video, and I've completely forgotten about that. I've got to do that. So we said we're going to pick the video that CC puts out closest to February 24, and now it's the 4th of March, and yes, I've been rather busy, it seems. So that was last week. Jeez. All right, I've talked to Arctic about that. Like I said, I need to go and feed the corgis. So we might end the stream there. I just want to have a quick chat about who you think top left will be.
I think that it probably will end up being Flatzoid because of the amount of people that are pushing for Flatzoid to be top left. I think all other nominations are basically are essentially just there for the show, which I don't mind. Like it's always fine to have someone come second to the top left, but you know, I think that it's probably going to be Flatzoid.
Yeah, there seems to be a fair bit of momentum, and there's lots of people making videos about him. Dave Keegan's even put one out. So it's interesting. I think it's between Flatzoid, Bev, and Whitsett. Whitsett is just verbal diarrhea. He's just an idiot who thinks he's not.
Yeah, I don't think Whitsett is going to take it, even though Whitsett is Fight the Flat Earth's nomination. I don't think it's going to be Whitsett.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's going to be Flatzoid. It's a shame. I think Bev deserves it. He won DFOTY according to Red's rhetoric, just for one comment. It was like beyond the pale. But
who was last year?
It was Nathan Thompson last year, I think.
Oh really?
Sorry, no, it was Mitchell. Mitchell was top left. Sorry, who was
Mitchell.
DFOTY? Yeah. No, I think Nathan Thompson had it for 2 years because of Red was taking a break. But yeah, Nathan Thompson's irrelevant now, and that's the way he should be. Just those interested in checking out Way of the Dookie's channel, he's put a link in the description in the chat. So please check out his channel. It's weird stuff, but I find it amusing. You might too.
I will say though, when it comes to Nathan's, there's one left that we've got to get rid of. I mean, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, but I want to go for 3 out of 3.
Oh, I think he'll just self-implode eventually. especially if, I haven't had it confirmed, but FTFE says that Nathan's going through a marriage breakup, which I find sad. I don't want anyone's family to break up, but that's got to have an effect on him. It might make him worse. Who knows? But that's up to him. But I think eventually it'll all be too much.
If it makes it worse, I think that's one of the things where maybe it's a good thing that she left him. Like, if she was the only thing sort of keeping him from being a terrible person,
as opposed to just a terrible person.
She could. Yeah. Like, if another human being is responsible for that, like, it's probably a good thing. Like, that sounds hella toxic.
Yeah. S. Thurston says that filter applied to footage of Assembly of Serbia's special session. This is the guy with the tongue and things, which was held on September 13, 2022. Twitter post on September 14, 2022 had the doctored clip. So, yeah, that implies that it was fake, which it did look fake. And
that's
the
why I
cover
love
that up.
fact checking.
I love something Flirt's never do.
Because because like a lot of especially like conspiracy theorists, that say that are against anti-vax or COVID deniers, all that kind of stuff. They rail against fact checking because they think that it's some kind of liberal thing, and it's like, firstly, when did reality become like political? And secondly, it's something that it's meant to help people have all the information, because here's the problem. When you go to conspiracy theorists things, like if you go to like a video talking about chemtrails, the only information that you're going to get from that video will be information that supports the idea of chemtrails. You're not going to get information that opposes it. You're just going to get information that supports what they're saying.
Or any chemical analysis of those trails, or the environment after the plane passed over, or anything that you actually need to figure out whether or not there's anything to it. So I do need to go and feed these corgis, but just before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Dead Kennedy in Space. His link is also in the description to his channel. I get the impression he's having a bit of a tough time and he's feeling a bit low. So please go over to his channel and watch some of his videos. He has some awesome videos. He took Anthony Riley apart when Riley wrote that thesis. He did a really good job on that. But also he has some amazing space-based type videos and lots of history of the space programs, both in Russia and in the US and elsewhere. And in fact, we've been talking about doing like what I do with PhD Tony on history of royalty and things like that. I'm thinking of doing something similar with him in a live stream on space history. But we need to talk more about that. But I hope he's all right, and give him lots of views, and that'll cheer him up, I'm sure. So links in the description. All right. Thank you so much for being my guest.
No problem.
It's always good to see you. I mean, seeing I pay you every month, it's about time you showed up for work. And when's your next video out?
Not sure. I've still got to record it. It's going to be on someone whose channel got deleted. I've got an amazing name for the title. Flat Earther steals a dog and his channel gets deleted.
Okay. Sounds like Nathan Thompson.
It's not Nathan Thompson.
No.
But it's very similar.
I hope Geo's okay. I hope
Geo's okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Geo, though.
No, okay, good. Thank you so much again for being here, and we'll have another chat sometime in the future. Thank you to everyone in the chat, especially my members. I see Stringer News 1 there still. And go and check out both Planarwalk and Dead Kennedy in Space. They're worthwhile having a look if you haven't seen them before. And I guess there's nothing left to do.
There's nothing left to do but cue the corgi.
You're despicable.